Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. For World Series Game 2, the Chicago Cubs put up 16 hits on the day as they bested the visiting Indians 5-4. They now have a 2-0 series lead heading into Game 3. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
You know, I think the phrase must win is overused in sports, but even though this isn't an elimination game, it does sort of feel like a must win. Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. If you go down 3-0 in any series, you're fighting nearly an impossible uphill battle. Feels like the series kind of rides on this game right here.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Zach Plesac gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians' defensive setup today. And let's take a look at Christian Yelich, former Gold Glove winner in 2014, covers a ton of ground out there and don't test the arm.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Murray has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Batting second, the third baseman, number 3, Evan.
First delivery to him on the way. And that's dead center for strike 1. And the skies are clear, but that's not helping the temperature much. 45 degrees here at first pitch. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Daryl Parker.
Well, D-Row, Daryl Parker behind a dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
Batting third.
And that brings up Javi Baez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch on the way. Hit hard back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Here comes the first pitch. Baez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Onto the home run porch and gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber. His second home run of the series as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly just like that, and they take the lead.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Kyle Hendricks will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88-91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
Hit softly down the line at first. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. In the air out to straightaway left. Schwarber has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second.
Into the box now, Brian Roquillo. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's too high.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third.
And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the pads these 2 teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. They have him played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. They trail things here 2-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. In there for strike one.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Behind 0-2 now. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. Fouled off. Here it comes on 0-2.
Nope.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Ripped down the first base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And it's fouled away.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Lined hard to center field. And Hayward has a base hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if he'll throw it. Nice job by the offensive player to get himself a base hit.
To the plate now, David Bodie. As he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Skied into straightaway right. Yelich is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. Here comes the first pitch. Drilled to the right side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And he can't come up with it cleanly here in right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Into the box now, Jackie Robinson as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Cubs strand a couple. They're up 2-0. Last half of the second set to go. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Eddie Murray. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. Gone!
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Batting fifth.
First pitch on its way.
Lou Gehrig.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. Fouled away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Happ is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting fifth.
Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Misses. That's ball 1.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, got to feel like it's a win for the offense.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And it's fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. A good pitch there on 0-1 as this is hit fouled over to the right side. Strike 2 now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Runners on first with 1 down. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Again, another foul ball.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
So it was a strikeout swinging. Oscar Mercado goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Domingo Santana is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. In there, now the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We'll have more of. Riding in once again, Evan Longoria. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Number 3.
First offering on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Drives it out to deep right center field. Yelich is after it. He takes the turn and heads for second. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Here's Javier Baez.
And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right.
And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the fly out.
Left fielder, Kyle.
So a runner at third here with 1 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Ready with the 0-1. Hard on the ground towards short. Reined in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
The first
That
baseman,
grounder
number
was hard
44,
hit, and sometimes the runner at
Anthony
third will have to hold
Rizzo.
on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Wow, I think he took it for granted there a bit. Probably thought he had it in the bag, and he just lost concentration for a minute. Now his pitcher has to pick him up with 2 outs.
Runner at first following the error. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Ian Happ. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High drive deep down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Cubs are on top 3-1.
Leading up for the Indians, the catcher, Adley.
First delivery to him on the way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Here's a high pop-up. Therefore, it is Baez, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rod Carew. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that 4-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
No balls and a strike to count. Now this is on the ground for Baez at short. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. Score holds. It's 3-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bote. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
Into the box, Victor Caratini, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Line drive to center field. Mercado is right there, 1 down.
Now batting.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Jackie Robinson. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And that is into right field, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up, and if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Now a move over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. And it's a 4-1 game.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Stepping in now, Javier Baez. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. At the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. On a rope to the second baseman.
The first baseman, number 44.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach. If they can't score.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 1-1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So 1 run here on 4 hits here, no errors, and 3 left. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning.
Yelich.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And that one is gone. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich. His second home run of the series. And the Tribe has clawed back a bit. It's now a 4-2 score.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. 1-1 to the potent switch-hitting bat of Eddie Murray. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. 2 runs on 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Swing and a liner, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
To the plate now, Lou Gehrig.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Down the third baseline. But that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. A runner at first with no outs here. Fouled away. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2.
1-2.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Lou Gehrig becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance. This is line to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side.
Indians strike for 1 on this solo homer. We're through 4.
It's now 4-2. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball inside corner, drops in for a strike. And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run here off the bat of Ian Happ. His first homer so far in the series, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Here's Jason Hayward now. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Behind 0-2 now. And the pitch. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, David Bote. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. And he gets ahead 0-1. Now the pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. Hit back up the middle. Towards second, Carew is there. And there's out number 2. Now in the box, Victor Caratini. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Line to the right side. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's now 5-2 Chicago. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Indians' offense with Cleveland's manager, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off for the Indians.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Domingo Santana. Here's the first pitch to him. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder. He's there and records the first out.
Up next for Cleveland.
In now for Cleveland, Adley Rutschman. He popped out in his first trip. The pitch.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike. Hey.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Ball.
2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty, 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Pulled toward right center field. Happ will range to his left and put it away. 2 down. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Rod Carew. He threw out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Emmanuel Clase takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jackie Robinson. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Action going on now in the Indians bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
And before a first pitch to the plate and a move to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. So now to the plate, Evan Longoria. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Runners on the move for second. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and into bat next the versatile weapon Javier Baez. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He's going.
He's running. On a line, that's a base hit.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get the third.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. From the belt, kicks and deals. Sends that one out of play for strike one. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Love that pitch. As long as you actually get it inside, like he did right there, the cutter inside is a very effective pitch.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Fouled off. Runners are at first and second with one away. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Anthony Rizzo is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
This one's flared toward left center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. The throw to third, and that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now. The tag, and he is out at third, and with that, the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home. So digging in now, Brian Roquillo. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
I got the count.
He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Christian Yelich is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Happ will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
The first baseman.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Eddie Murray. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Trevor McGill is going to have his work cut out for him here. 2 runners in scoring position, so he'll try to leave them right where they are. Standing in now, Lou Gehrig, as he'll take a look at ball one.
2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And it's fouled away.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
One of the toughest pitches they
Up
hit,
next
the
for
straight
Cleveland.
changeup, right? El
third
Cambio.
baseman.
Hadn't seen it in that entire at-bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate, Jose Ramirez, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Ramirez is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Once again, a 3-2. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible. But that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And he just ramps up and here's the fastball by him. 0-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And they get the force at home. Whatever works as the side is retired. 3 left for the Indians. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with the report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said he's been really impressed with how they've hit in at-bats when they fall behind in the count. 5 of their hits have come from those at-bats. And although they don't want to get behind in the count as often, it's a great sign that they're not defeated when they do.
Your attention,
Good
please.
stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Now pitching
Brad
for the
Hand is on to pitch from the
Number
bullpen now to
36.
start inning number 7.
Brad.
Ian Happ will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Albert Almora will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing and a liner. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it. but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
David Bodie stands in as he swings and misses for strike one.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Runners on first with one down. Chopper to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, catcher.
Into the box now, Victor Caratini. Runner in scoring position with two gone. From the stretch. A swing and a ground ball to third. Ramirez is there. Throw on to the first baseman Murray, and that retires the side. Albert Almora will stay in the game, taking over in right and batting number 9.
Now playing right field.
Last half of the seventh here, and that'll bring Domingo Santana into the batter's box next.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Hanging curveball taken, though, for a second strike. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Adley Rutschman comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
The batter, the second baseman.
Digging in once again, Rod Carew. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A ball and a strike.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
On the ground to third. Scooped up. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nick Wittgren has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 62, Nick
Wittgren. Striding in, Jackie Robinson. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. High in the air out to center field. Mercado is there, and he has it for the first out. At the plate, Evan Longoria. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Hit in the air down the right field line. After it is Yelich. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Into the box now, Javier Baez, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's taken in near the line as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He's set, and the pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
This is on the ground over to first. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. One left for the Cubs. They lead it 6-2. Stepping up to the plate, Ryan Rocchio. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Rounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
He's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. At the plate, Eddie Murray, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Well, the pitcher can claim that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
From the stretch, Lou Gehrig is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. From the stretch. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Tribe. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Scott Ober enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's collected 11 hits in 20 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 8.
Now batting, Ian Happ. He singled his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. But he'll ultimately decide against risking it as he hangs on at second base with 2 away now. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, David Bote, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Line toward right center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. He pulls into second safely as also on the play a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box, Victor Caratini. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Sliced hard on the ground. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double.
Last chance coming up for the Tribe.
It's the Cubs 7 and the Indians 2. At the plate, Jose Ramirez. He'll lead things off here in the ninth with his guys in danger of falling into a very difficult to escape 3-0 deficit. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out. Digging in to try it again, Domingo Santana. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. In there, strike one. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Last strike now for Cleveland. And he gets strike three called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't get the toughest one of them all, a triple, but it was still an outstanding showing with the bat.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Cubs take a commanding 3-0 lead in this World Series. Kyle Hendricks earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew.